Alright, Bo. What up? Alright, so today, what did we have? Shit. There we go. Alright, so start on the daily, right? So to start things off, I did take a long, got a dub, $1,000 for across 5 accounts, one trade around 490, something like that, away from passing the 5 stack. Did take a little long. There were good trades every day this week. I was kind of coping, saying I'm being patient, but in reality, I was being a bitch. I need to really get used to putting risk on the table. Haven't been doing the best at that. Past 2-3 weeks, haven't been doing the best, but we gotta move past that. So starting on the daily, what do we have? We know we tapped down here, right? Into this area where we had a weekly gap and a gap with this monthly gap. All right, so fourth on ES, we are still holding this low over here on ES as well. From there, we're in a downtrend, right? But we wick that, so we're at a point where we could reverse. And on the 4 hour, we're starting to show signs of rejection. And we make a low, hold the low, flip up even higher. Same on both. And on the hourly, you can see that NASDAQ is a bit more bullish, right? So we open up around here. Overnight, I was thinking if I could catch a short to the monthly gap on ES, but that just wasn't there. It wasn't an opportunity for me to take. God damn, am I thirsty, bro? I need to go get some. Bro, some lady at the Wawa I used to go to all the time, where I used to live 15 minutes from here, won the lottery for $800 million, bro. What are we doing? Give that shit to me, bro. Fuck. Anyways, that's kind of crazy, but so yeah, we open up around there. Here, let's just go to the 5 minute, that way we can really see what happened. So we start here around 9:30 right here, and right around here we start to come up. What do? We sweep this high. So now we're at a point where like good reverse. So let's see if that happens, right? Same thing over here, right? And now at this point, I was thinking about a short on ES, right? Lately, I've been in the mindset of trying to get these higher RR reversals, doing my ego and this dumb bullshit that doesn't matter. What matters is taking good trades, right? So from there, I was looking around right here. Start to slow down, get this little sell-off. I'm like, point of reversal. We've been sweeping highs slash edging them and then ripping down and then ripping back up. So I'm like, okay, it's a viable option. But let's be realistic here, right? So before we even get into the 1 minute, look at the 4 hour. We're so bullish, we're flipping up, we're coming from such a strong point. 2 monthly gaps, a weekly gap, we're wicking the hell out of it, right? We get this huge 4 hour candle, and what do we have? We have this 4 hour gap up here. And obviously we can continue up, right? Same thing on the hourly. We are so bullish, and I'm just like, dude, if I take a short, I just know I'm gonna lose. I don't have that good feeling. I know I'm gonna lose. I'm going against what my gut is telling me. And I just know for a fact that I'm gonna look back, I'm gonna see the higher time frame and be like, bro, like, what am I doing going against it? So when I sat there, I'm like, okay, what do we have? And I noticed we have this 1 minute SMT right here. Boom, mark that out for y'all. Boom. So I'm like, okay, what do I look like trying to predict this reversal? We're getting an SMT. We have a little retrace. Have the little retrace, this 5 minute gap. That should hold if we're bullish. And what does it do? It holds, right? So from there, I enter off this candle, kind of slow, and then we get that. I'm like, looking good. Then we get this, and then we can come down. I'm like, what the fuck? And now I'm break even, right? But I'm just like, dude, what are we doing? We come down, I'm like, I was gonna leave it. And then we come up, I'm like, oh, no way we come down. So I trail to here, and we get these 2 little candles. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, up 1,000. I'm gonna make 1,400 from this. Either way, I'm gonna need one more little trade. Do I want to put myself in a position where I'm risking that, or do I just close it? And I'm like, I found myself at a point where I had my stop here, my TP here. So at this point, I'm literally gambling. I'm like, walk away with a little less or walk away with a little more. I'm like, bro, collect your losses. So I closed right here, literally right there, bro. And then I walked my girl out to work, bro. Thank God I did, dude. But yeah, I found myself in a bad mindset, but I'm proud of myself for realizing it and calling myself out and being like, what the fuck am I doing? And from there, dude, I didn't even notice this until now. We get a nice SMT off this low right here. And then from there, you can take that up. Obviously, we did end up going to it, but you wanted to do some bullshit before, make an hourly gap and go tap that. But dude, oh my. I was being a goofy, bro. I was being a straight goofy. Yeah, the day review. I'll go ahead and pause the recording. I'm gonna get my notes done. We'll review those. But I wanted to give into like I was thinking and what help me like get out of it in the moment, keep a like I'm not good at explaining it, but you realize I'm like, what am I doing? I need to just trust my gut. I need to trust myself, put risk where I'm willing to put risk. And then if I'm seeing signs of the damn trade not working out and edging, let me take my money and get out. You know, could have made an extra 400, or I could have lost it all. Like, what I look like throwing away 1,000 for 400. It just didn't make sense. All right, so I'm gonna get my notes done. I'll be right back. On second thought, let me do a little transition, bro. Ready for this? Bang. It's probably terrible, but anyways, shall we get into the notes? So, one thing I forget to mention this SMT was off of a 15-minute gap. So ES here went a little lower, and this was a 15-minute gap. NASDAQ being more bullish, couldn't even go down and tap it, so that was another great selling point to me. Just wanted to throw that in there. So let's go over how I can improve. I can improve by taking my entry with full confidence, not second guessing myself, as I was having doubts in the moment. And from the start, viewing the day from a perspective that is in line with the higher time frame, rather than in the back of my head still trying to predict these crazy reversals with higher R. There's no need for it. Another thing is I caught myself trailing my stop and lowering my take profit, almost like I was in a state of gambling. I talked about that, but luckily I was able to catch it, close my position, but I am very proud of myself for catching it. So the mental was pretty good. I definitely had some moments where I could have been better. I don't know what rose is supposed to be, but better. Maybe I was almost gambling, having doubts, still trying to, I can always improve by not letting these thoughts or emotions like to me or appear in the moment in the first place. Plus 1,011, 5 counts, here, am I allowed to show the screen? I think so, but yeah, maybe. And the reason for taking this trade is we are so bullish coming from a monthly and weekly gap. We're running through the huge gap of FOMC, swept the high, no sign of slowing down, and then from there we made a bullish SMT off the 15-minute gap, which NASDAQ, the more bullish pair, couldn't even go down and tap it. So I entered off of that, not summit, SMT into CISD, which was also a 1-minute displacing candle. From there, I did end up closing early as we were edging the target, and I thought about it, and I'd rather collect my profits than risk it all for an extra couple $100. So yeah, here we go. Short review, crazy. Yeah, I will catch y'all. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, or actually, yes, I'll see y'all.